What's up, everybody? I'm Brandon. Today we're going to be talking about, some really cool, interesting stuff. We're going to be breaking down a specific channel that I've found many, many months ago, but he just started this year. And spoiler alert, he's already over 500,000 subscribers and over 44 million views. So let me get into this real fast. Let me introduce myself. My name is Brandon. I want to help you guys to grow on YouTube. And to do that, I want to show you success stories. I want to show you people who are growing on YouTube and how you can kind of emulate some of what they're doing. What does being successful on YouTube look like? And how can you continue to replicate that success? Well, today we're going to be talking about a specific channel, and the name of the channel is Coffee House Crime. I hope that you guys have seen this channel. If not, I'm so glad that I get to introduce you to Adrian. Adrian is an amazing, amazing creator who started, his channel basically was created in December of last year. And now he started basically 8 months ago making content. And so this is his channel here. And as you can see, he's got 678,000 subscribers. Obviously, very, very well done for his community. And then his channel is all about mystery and crime. And so you can tell from even the title of his channel that this was started for a very specific reason, right? He came into this knowing exactly what he wanted to do and how he wanted to do that. And so this is the number one thing that I would say as you're getting ready to start your YouTube channel, as you're getting ready to start on this journey of content creation, be ready to know exactly what you want to do. And how is that all going to come together? Now, Adrian might not have known how successful his channel was going to be or how everything was going to work, but he knew the concept that he wanted to go for, that there was this mystery crime storytelling genre that he wanted to dive into. And so he's done an amazing job with that. And so today we're going to go over 3 things that Adrian's done right and 3 things that basically you need to know in order for you to have a better understanding of how to be successful on YouTube. And so the first thing is that you need to, let's talk about it this way. There are 3 different things for you to be successful on YouTube. 1, you can do something that's unique, something that nobody has ever done before. 2, you can do something better than somebody else has done before. And 3, you can do something different than somebody else has done before. And so you can take a subject that someone's done and you can change it in a way to make it your own, if that makes sense. Now, Adrian, I believe, has done all 3. There is this niche of kind of mystery and crime storytelling, but I think Adrian has done it kind of in a different way than most people have in the past. And I don't think that this niche is extremely saturated. I haven't seen these massive channels kind of pop up until more recently. And so Adrian has really found this niche that worked very well for him right from the get-go, to the point where there was one month where, I mean, he got like over 100,000 subscribers, and we're going to look at that in a second. But really insane numbers here. And so Adrian has done all 3 of these things. He's found a niche where it's not saturated. He's done stuff better than the rest of the people in that niche currently. And then also he's made it unique to himself. And you can tell that he started to do that from the beginning because of everything that he's done, right? The strategy that he's had behind the channel has been consistent for the past 8 months. And you can see that as we're going through. So let's like dive deep a little bit into his channel and really kind of see what it looks like that he's doing here. And I want to show you a hook that he does at the beginning of this video right here. And again, like I said, he talks about all these different crimes. So as he goes through these murders or he goes through these, different crimes that people have done, he explains them in a way that is beautifully well told story-wise. But on top of that, he's giving value of like understanding, the curiosity of these killers and the victims and everything that's going on. And he also does a really good job of paying homage to the victims as well. But let's take a look at this video right here, which just came out a week ago. I think he does a really good job with the hook of this video, which he always does a really good job with the hooks right before he does his intro. And so I wanted to take a look at this and kind of give you a better understanding of what we're looking at here.
A hatred toward his absent parents, a disgust for women, and the thirst for notoriety. These were just 3 of many motives that drove the crossbow cannibal. Motives that would in the end take 3 innocent lives. My name is Adrian, and welcome back to Coffee House Crime. In today's video, we're heading to England to look at the case of Stephen Griffiths, also known as the crossbow cannibal. By the way, I post both solved and unsolved cases here on a weekly
So you
basis.
can see Adrian obviously knows what he's doing. He's been doing this same format for a long time. He stands on a green screen. Behind him is a visage of a coffee house, and he's in that whole mentality of like, hey, you're in the coffee house. We're just talking about stuff, and we're telling stories. Here's the stories that I have. And so it's really interesting how he kind of brings you into this this understanding and brings you into this story. It's really, really powerful. And let me show you how powerful it is. Let's go back to his channel and
They say that
let's just look at his views, okay? So we'll go back 8 months. Let's go back to the beginning of his journey. Now, most of the time, you'll see someone at the beginning of their journey has very, very low views, and then they'll kind of grow and gradually get bigger and bigger. But let's look at his views from the very beginning because they're very comparable to his numbers today. His very first video has over 600,000 views. The next after that, 400, 200, over a million views on his fourth video, 800, 300, 300, 200, 200, 500, 200, 700, 1 million, 2 million, and it goes on from there. Video after video after video of these public stories, right? Information which he can get from these public cases that have been out for a long time. A lot of them, some of them that are newer actually, which has caused a lot of intrigue as well. But you can see the success that he had even from the very beginning, right? People are now going back and watching these other episodes because they're very bingeable, right? You can see how many of these I've watched, right? Because this is a channel that it sucks you in, and you have that curiosity of like, what is this world like that is, housing all of these criminals and doing all of these things, right? The intrigue is so strong with this channel. Now, let's take a look really fast on to his social blade and kind of look at some of the numbers behind the scenes of what's going on there. And so as we dive into this, let's look at kind of like a weekly or a daily kind of average for him. As we look into this is his social blade, and so we see here coffee house crime. He's 1,400th in his country. He's from the UK, and he's getting a ton of views. I mean, 4 million views in a month is really good, right? Again, I don't really trust the estimated earnings. I would assume that it's a lot for the views that he's getting, depending on his CPM and RPM. But we can see that on average, he's getting 1,000 subscribers a day. Really, really great. On average, he's getting 1 to 2,000 subscribers a day. On average, he's getting about 100,000 to 150,000 views in a day, which again is insane. Really, really good. And then as we continue on, you can kind of see his arc from last April, or from this April, from 2021. And we can see that at the beginning, he started growing pretty rapidly, right? Even here, we see that he's getting 300,000 video views in a month. That's really good because he just had started maybe 3 months before that. So that's insanely good. And then by the time he hit the next month, he was already over 4 million views in a month, right? That's about where he is now. He's kind of coming off of this huge high that he had. Let's see where that led to. Then he goes up to 5 million views in the month of May. And then in the month of June, he hit 18 million views. You can tell that that's when the algorithm really hit his channel, right? And it started to push it out to all of these people that were interested in what he was doing. And they started binge watching his content over and over and over as he went through. And now, as he's gone through the summer, coming into July and into August, we can see that his views are coming down. Still amazing, amazing numbers, right? Especially for a channel that's only 8 months old. But he's definitely coming down from the 18 million, right, views in a month. Insane numbers for sure. So 8 million here and then 5 million here. And if you look at his subscribers, it follows the same curve as always. As we look at these statistics normally go with each other, right? So as the YouTube algorithm is pushing more and more and more, and more people are interested in this channel, then they're going to subscribe more. They're going to have more, watch time and all of that stuff too. So it's very correlation based. So we see here 10,000 subscribers, right, in 1 month, back in March of 2021. Again, only a few months after he had started, basically right when he had started, actually. And then in April, We see 78,000 subscribers, 93,000 subscribers. And then this is a massive, massive month in June, right? The same month that we saw 18 million views is the same month that we see 323,000 subscribers, right? That's essentially doubling his subscribers, if not more, at that time. Probably more, actually, at that time, than doubling his subscribers in 1 month. That's nuts, right? Super, super crazy. And then he sees again this decline, right, of 100,000 subscribers and then 52,000 subscribers. Now, what do we do with these numbers, right? How do we understand what he's doing well and how can we implement this for ourselves? Well, here's the thing, right? Coffee House Crime has done an amazing, amazing job of growing his channel and seeing this format work, right? He can continue to make these videos forever, right? How many crimes are there in the world that either haven't been talked about well, or haven't been talked about by Adrian yet, right? And that's the key, because he can remake a lot of this content that's already out there or that has been talked about on true crime shows or stuff like that. Because this is public content, right? He's not stealing someone else's videos or photos or anything like that to talk about it. He's using public documentation to talk about these crimes from Japan, from Korea, to Russia, to America and the UK. Like, from all over the world, he can pull any crime that he wants to and make a story out of it to talk about. And the higher the profile of the case, right, the more views he normally will get. And so he's done a lot of these high profile cases, but also many, many, many cases that nobody really has heard about. And so because of that, he's getting suggestions from his community. He's getting a better understanding of how these crimes work and how to get the information and how to get the photos or video evidence or whatever he needs to for his channel. It is a recurring thing that he can do forever. An amazing, amazing subject. So for you, I want you to think about this in light of kind of what you're doing. Did you start right, first of all? Do you have a really good why? Do you have a really good foundation for your channel? For Coffee House Crime, I think that he did. From the very first video, we see this same format, right? It's changed a little bit over time, and he's gotten better at presenting over time, and his camera and lighting has gotten better over time. But we see this format coming through from him that is secure, right? From the very beginning. He understands exactly who he is, what he wants to do, and where he's going. And so it creates this very strong foundation for him to build upon. Do you have that? Then, whenever you see some of this traction start coming through, are you ready for that? Right? Are you ready to take advantage of that? Because for him, again, it's this traction that came through, but then he was ready to make more and more and more content because he had that firm foundation from the beginning. He already had a clear vision of where he was going from that point on. And so how can you implement some of these things? How can you create a channel that is, something that nobody is doing, something that nobody is doing well, or something that you can do completely uniquely? Because I hear people all the time talking about, hey, I want to start a gaming channel. Hey, I want to start a commentary channel, right? But how are you doing these things differently than anybody else? How are you giving more value than anybody else? Or are you in a space that has not existed yet? Are you starting something new? Because if you're not doing any of those things, then most likely what you're doing is not going to be successful. Because there's other people that are better, right? More acclimated to the community that you're trying to access. And they just have a better position, right? Because they started before you. And so here's my ending thoughts. I don't want you to be afraid to start a channel. I don't want you to be afraid to, have a perfect idea before you get started. On my main channel, we definitely did not, right? It took us 10 months to get to 155 subscribers. But then at that 10-month point, we made a hard switch, right? And our vision for our channel became extremely, extremely clear. And from that point, we went from 155 to over 6,000 subscribers within a few months. And so for us, that journey, not as accelerated as Coffee House Crime, but I want to show you this extreme example of someone who has done something great in order for you to have a better understanding of what you can do on your channels. And so take some of these lessons, learn how to plan, right? Don't be afraid to start, but also don't be afraid to plan before you start. And then as you get going, look at the different things, look at your analytics, look at the people who are watching your channel, see what they want to see, and then take advantage of that. Capitalize on those things. Move with the momentum that you have and keep on creating. Be consistent as always. Throughout all of this, Coffee House Crime has made at least one video a week, many times more than that, in order to continually grow the audience that he has. And now he has over 500,000 subscribers, massive, massive channel. And it's all because of that momentum, all because of that planning, all because of that foundation. So you can do the same. I truly, truly believe that. But anyway, I hope you like this video, and we'll see you on the next one. My name's Brandon, and reach out anytime to talk to me about growing your channel. See you guys later.